that means it's go time. So I am Leanne Boffman, and I am from Clinton, Missouri. We had a little bit of a drive to get here, only 6.5 hours, but it was a great time in the car with my husband, so I really enjoyed the trip. I guess my testimony I didn't notice I was missing anything in my life, if that makes sense, until I was probably in my late teens, but I had a pretty normal upbringing. My mom and dad are married to this day, so I had a really great example of marriage and a family. I have an older sister, a younger brother. I survived my teenage years with a sister, so anybody in this room who has an older sister knows that is pretty hard to deal with at times. So when my sister watches this back, shout out to my sister, I love you. But anyways, so when I was about 17, I met a boy, thought it was love, things were going great. We ended up moving in together, and we lived together for about a year, and then we got married, and we were married for a couple of years, and I got caught up in just working, and just what I thought was being a good wife, which was cooking dinner every night, paying all the bills, and just taking care of things on the home front. But I went to work one day, and I came home, and he was gone. I called him, and he said that he left me, and he had been having an affair with somebody that I didn't know the person, but so it was quite the shock to me. And in that moment, I really felt just broken and lonely, kind of like just a puddle. Like I didn't know if I'm going to be able to get up and move from this. Am I going to be okay? I had the love and support of my family, but it really wasn't enough. I mean, I just felt just sheer loneliness, something I'd really never felt before, and I probably never felt it because I kept my life busy with so many other things. I knew who God was when I was a kid, but I didn't really know all the details about him. So it was a really hard time, and in that hard time, it kind of led me down a road of just searching. So I found a religion, which was kind of like the Nova Spirit religion, where you do a lot of magic, you play with Ouija boards, all that kind of dark, bad stuff. So I did that for a while, and I can't say that it really made me feel any better. It was just maybe something to do and something to believe in, that there was more to this life and more to the pain that I had been feeling. So fast forward a little ways, I met my now husband, who's supporting me, and he's with me here today. And anyway, he's a PK, so he's a pastor's kid, and he is a triple P or double P because he's a Pentecostal pastor's kid. So anybody who knows Pentecostal people can get down. I love Pentecostal, but they can get down. So he took me to church for the first time, and I just remember being there. Somebody got slain in the spirit and fell over. There was people speaking in a language I never heard before, and I was terrified. Like sitting in a graveyard and doing crazy things was nothing. But being in that church, I was just like, I guess like you could say I was just shook. And that was probably just God beginning to kind of peel away those layers. But anyway, so kept going to church. It was very important to him to go to church, and kept going, kept trying it. We ended up getting married, and I'm trying to do this whole church thing and be this person that I really have no clue about. What is she supposed to be doing? I look at the other ladies in church, they've got it all put together. I can't dress a certain way anymore. I can't watch all these shows that I used to watch, and I got so focused on all the laws of who God is that I totally missed the relationship part of it. So I remember just being in my car one day alone, and we had a son by now, and I should be happy, I'm married, I have a child, things should be going great, but I just still felt that loneliness, that brokenness. I still carried a lot of brokenness and damage into my marriage, and I just remember just being in my car and just crying out and saying, Lord, I need you. I need you to take over. I need you to heal my brokenness. I need you to take this pain that I had and this shame. It was just shame from having that wrecked marriage when my parents had been married forever, and I was supposed to make it. I was supposed to make that marriage work. And in that moment, we know as believers that Jesus comes in and he meets with us. And I just remember my life changing and just feeling his presence in that car and just being full and knowing that I was healed and not broken anymore. And is my life perfect? No, I don't have a perfect life, but I know, like his word says, that he'll never leave me, he'll never forsake me. And in that time of loneliness and brokenness, I do believe that, God, he was sitting with me in those times, and he was just telling me, daughter, look up, believe in me, I'm right here for you. And it took me a little bit, and I took some detours, but God has been faithful, and he's brought me to a great church where I get to lead worship at Allen Street Baptist Church. And we have 3 beautiful children, and so far 2 of them are called into ministry. So just making that choice to, for one, take a chance on some guy from Arkansas, some pastor's kid, God changed my life. He saved me, he redeemed me, and with that, he not only changed my life, he changed my kids' lives, and he changed my family's life, because through that, several of my family members have been saved. So I chose to sing the song, Ain't No Grave, because we know that shame is a prison, it's a robber. And when the devil gets in, he can do a lot of damage. But our Redeemer, our Savior, Jesus Christ, he says there ain't no grave that's going to hold me down. So let's worship together. Shame is a prison.